Welcome guys, it is SARCO Racing once again. We are round 5 of 7 in the V8 Supercars. With all the holidays that we've had and the schedule of the GTO series, unfortunately we haven't been in this car for a while, so it is definitely good to be back. We're in a 25 lap format race with one mandatory pits. We're at Zolder, it is night time. Points are pretty close to this stage where we have 5 drivers separated by only 10 points. Sit back and enjoy the race number 5. Having a look at the starting lineup, we have Roy in row number 8. He starts in 15th position. Unfortunately we lost Colin through the final stages of qualifying, so he unfortunately wasn't able to begin the race. Row number 7 sees Torquay from ZA Racing. He's in car number 38. He begins in 14th place. D returns to the track in car number 29 and he starts off in 13th place. Row number 6, and it is a Cape Town boy affair. Hamid in car number 3, he starts in 12th place and his partner Ash is in 11th place on the grid and he's in car number 4. Row number 5, and we start with Jacques in 10th place. He's in car number 51 for Turtle Racing and he's alongside Pio, who's joined ZA Racing, in 9th position on the grid and he's driving in car number 37. Row number 4, we find Andrew. He's in 8th place. He's driving in car number 8 for the Mumbers. He's alongside Dupi, the second and fastest of the Turtle racers. He's in car number 52 and he starts 7th on the grid. Row number 3, and in 6th place on the grid is Bruno in car number 1 for Ghost Racers. He's alongside Marius from White Knuckle Racing. Marius starts 5th on the grid and he's in car number 13. 13, lucky for some. Row number 2, and we have Dylan from the Green Mumbers. He starts in 4th place. He'll be driving in car number 7. And alongside him is Ross, the Scottish International. He's in car number 9 and he starts on the grid in 3rd. Row number 1, and Gerard in car number 6. He's driving for Spartan Racing. A very late change on the grid, very late on in the qualifying. Jakes was able to out-qualify him. Jakes from Ghost Racing is in car number 2 and Jake starts off in pole. You can see Bruno's had a great start off the line there. Everyone is away cleanly. There's no bumping and barging as they go through Eerste Links. So far so good. It looks like Andrew, he's moved himself up 2 places from that beginning. Well, it looks like there was a bit of carnage in the background. We'll have to go back and have a look there. Jakes, he's leading, followed by Gerard. Ross is in 3rd place. Dylan is in 4th, and Andrew, yes, he's moved himself up into 5th position as they exit out of Lucien Bianchi and set themselves up for the chicane. Having a look at the replay, we see there's Pierre in car number 37. Just behind him is Dupi in car number 52. The two of them have gone a bit wide. Ash has continued his line. Fortunately, he's collected Dupi going through that first corner. There's D in the background. He'll come through and he'll get a little piece of this action. And then we see Pio. He's been hit back into the track and that's taken out his teammate Torquay. On board with Andrew as they enter into Klein Chicane. Very tricky chicane with extremely high curbs. Very easy to get the car unsettled. Up over Sacrament Helling they go. Through the butt and setting up for Villeneuve Chicane. A little understeer there for Andrew as he turns left out of that corner. And they start going through Tellerman Bocht. Little look as we see Marius and Bruno as they going towards Bollenberg. I'm sure Bruno was trying to get on the inside there of Marius as they exit out of Jochen Rindt. Into Jackie Ickerbach. Oh, Bruno's run himself wide. He's very fortunate. He was able to slow down Jacques. Looks like Jacques, he's now gone and lost the place to Hamid as they cross the line to begin lap number 2. Back to the leaders. Jakes is in 1st. Gerard in shot. Car number 6, he's in 2nd. Ross is in third, Dylan's in fourth. Here's Harrod in second place. Unfortunately, he hits a menu error and he goes straight into the wall. Trackside with our leader Jakes in car number 2. Quick look at the position. Jakes leads Ross in second, Dylan's in third, Andrew up to fourth, Gerard in fifth after having that error. Marius is sixth, Bruno is in seventh, Hamid is in eighth, Jacques is in ninth, Roy moves himself up from 15th to 10th, Duppy he's in 11th, Pio is in 12th, Ash is 13th, D is in 14th and Toki is in 15th. Here we're on board with Morris as he begins his 6th lap. Andrew ahead, he's currently in 4th place, followed by Gerard. Well, very unstable car there from Gerard after him having that damage, after that error that he received in his menu on the steering wheel that put him straight into the wall while he was coming out of Lucienbocht. As we head into that exact corner, we can see that Gerard has hit that inside curb. The car's unstable itself and this has allowed Morris, he's moved himself up into 5th place. Now the hunt is on for Andrew ahead in 4th position. Looking down the main straight, Roy's in 10th place, followed by Gerard, Pio and then Ash. Into the first corner they go. Looks like Roy's run a bit wide. No, there was definitely lag, which has put him straight back in front of Gerard. Gerard would not have expected to have him there. That's very unfortunate. Sorry about that, Roy. The battle for 7th and 8th here, nearing the end of lap number 7. Jacques, car number 51, he's putting pressure on Hamid, who's in car number 3. Through Jochen Rink they go, setting themselves up for Jackie X. Will Jacques have a look on the inside? Oh, great fake there by Hamid. Through Jackie X they go. Will Jacques get a better run out of this corner to set themselves up for the Eerste Bocht? Jacques has a little look up against the wall. Hamid goes defensive, he tightens up his line. Oh, Hamid's run wide, almost contact by the two drivers. Jacques moves to the outside. Will he get on the inside? Yes, he does. He manages to tighten that line. Hamid had to change his line, unfortunately, losing out that position. Great move there by Jacques. As they cross the line to begin lap number 6. Into turn 1 they go, or Eerste Bocht. Into Steenwachtbocht. Into Kanaalbocht. And a tricky little left hand here into Lucien Bianchi. We'll follow the action as they go into the Klein chicane. We'll just see how much bouncing these two drivers experience as they go through the chicane. You can see they're both front wheels off the ground for Bruno as he hits that first corner. Over that little apex, the car's wanting to slide away from you. Hold on the brakes. Car bouncing through the chicanes. Great line there for Bruno. He definitely got that power on earlier than Andrew. This might give him a great run up over the little hill here and then into Bonderboch. Will he have a look on the inside? No, he doesn't. Fortunately, he's not far enough. Through Rock and Brick they go. Bruno moves to the inside to Jackie X, but no. Realised he wasn't able to take the place there, so he backed out. He might get the run here as we go into the first corner. Andrew trying everything he can to keep Bruno away from taking this position. Andrew's done well there. He's gone up the corner nice and cleanly. He's got the power on, and Bruno unfortunately will have to find another spot for the overtake. We catch up with our leader Jakes. He's still in first place, followed by Ross, who's in second, Dylan's in third, Andrew's in fourth, still battling there against Bruno in fifth. Marius is in 6th place, Jacques in 7th, Duppy, he's in 8th place, he's taken that place away from Hamid. Ash is in 10th, Roy is in 11th, D's in 12th, Pio's in 13th, Torquay 14th, and Gerard, unfortunately, he'll end up disconnecting. Great shot there of the two Captain boys together. Hamid's in 9th place, Ash is in 10th. As they're heading down that main straight to approach Klein Chicane. Ash has recovered from that little incident from turn number 1, and he's now starting to put pressure on his partner. Here's a little shot of Morris as he enters into Jackie Ick. He's had a pretty quiet race this evening. 6th position, still going strong though. You're on lap number 9 and Bruno is still chasing Andrew. Andrew's currently in 4th place, Bruno's in 5th. In 2 more laps or so we'll start going into those pit windows and we'll start understanding what the different strategies are for the different drivers. It's a pity that unfortunately the lights in this replay have not really worked, because as you can see we're going through quite a dark section, but normally the track would be illuminated by the front lights of these vehicles, which makes... Oh, and Andrew's run a little bit wide coming out of that corner. Will Bruno have an opportunity here as he goes into Jackie Ick? Andrew goes very defensive on the inside there. Cautious by both these drivers. Will Andrew have a good exit to allow him to just pull away from Bruno? It seems like he has been able to get that power down nice and smoothly, so Bruno won't have an opportunity to go into the eerste box. Great line there by Andrew. Bruno's run a little bit wide, he's had to come off the power, and that's just helped Andrew get away ever so slightly. Trackside, and we've got Dylan, he's chasing Ross. He's managed to close that gap down. Ross is currently in 2nd place, Dylan's in 3rd. As we see Ross, he's overtaking D as they exit out of Rock and Rent. Down the main straight, D allows Dylan to go past. D cuts back, he hits the grass. Unfortunately he's gone straight into Dylan as they've gone into Jackie Ick. I'm sure there'll be some team discussions after that. It seems that D had got onto the grass and stabilized that car, and it threw him straight back into Dylan. We catch up with our leader Jakes, currently on lap number 11. Let's have a little quick look at the positions. Oh, Jakes has hit that curb extremely hard. He's obviously seeing that Dylan and Ross are starting to catch him slowly. But the positions are Jakes is 1st, Ross 2nd, Dylan 3rd, Andrews in 4th. He's still fighting with Bruno. Morris is in 6th, Jacques is in 7th, Dupi is in 8th, Hamid is in 9th, Pio is in 10th, Roy is in 11th, Ash is 12th, and D is 13th. And unfortunately Torquay had a disconnection. Pick up the action with Bruno. He's chasing Andrew as they enter into the Villeneuve chicane. Great shots of those suspensions, hard at work. Bruno's got a great drive on the inside there. He's less than 0.0 behind Andrew. He's made a move on the inside. Let's put him to the outside, coming out of that corner into the braking zone here into Borleberg. Andrew tries around the outside. Oh, big power slide there by Bruno, but he manages to hold that position. That patience has paid off, and Bruno, he has moved himself up into 4th position, followed by Andrew in 5th and Marius in 6th. Here we're chasing Ross, lap number 12. As they see Jakes goes into the pits, Ross will follow him into the pits. Oh, big slide there by Ross coming to the pits. That's not where you want to be binning the car. Have a quick look at the positions. We see Dylan, he moves himself past Ross, moves himself into 1st position. Bruno will move himself into 2nd. Andrew will go to 3rd. There's a shot of Ross. He's done. He's leaving the pits ahead of Jakes. Ross has definitely had a much better strategy than Jakes there. Things have just got spiced up. Dylan will go into the pits the very next lap. This will allow Andrew to go past into 1st place. Bruno will follow Dylan into the pits. Then we see Andrew going past. Andrew will then take the first place in this race. We see Bruno, he comes in for his pits. Quick stop for Dylan as he changes his front tyres and off he goes again. Here we see Ross is currently in second place. Dylan has just left the pits. We'll just need to see where Ross will come out as he comes around the first corner. And there's Dylan exiting the pits. Dylan's strategy has worked even better than Ross's. Dylan has moved himself into first place. He's leapfrogged past both Jakes and Ross through that pit strategy. A great work. Here we see Morris is currently in fourth place, being harassed by Jakes in corner number 2. As they come out of Lucy and Bianchi, all Jakes have a little look on the inside here as they go into Clan Chicane. Whoa, very close as they go into that braking zone. Well, Morris, he's got the constable, he's had to come off the power. Will Jakes go around the outside and set himself for the inside for the chicane? Yes, he has. He's made that move extremely easy. And Morris has unfortunately had to let Jakes through. That was a great overtake. Trackside, looking at our race leader Dylan. He's currently in first place, closely followed by Ross in second. Jakes is in third, Morris is in fourth. Or Dylan's running himself wide. That can allow Ross to get a lot closer. That's not what Dylan was looking for. Bruno's currently in fifth, Jacques is in sixth, Andrew is down in seventh, Ash is in eighth, Kamiti is in ninth, Johan, also known as Duppy, he's in 10th place, D is in 11th, and Pio, he is now unfortunately disconnected. Well, Dylan's got a very late exit coming out of Jackie Eck. Ross will move to the outside, move to the inside. Dylan's got the much faster line, so Dylan will hold that position. Oh, big power slide there by Ross. It all seems to be in order. Dylan holds on to that position once more. Dylan's had a very slow exit coming out of Lucien Bianchi. Ross moves to the outside. Will he set himself up here and Clan Chicane try and go around the outside of Dylan? It seems he's gone too deep on those brakes. Dylan once again he's held Ross away, allowing him not to take the position. Over Sacramen's Helen into Villeneuve Chicane. Oh, that car's bounced extremely hard there for Dylan as they go through Tillermanbach. Ross is sliding that car coming over that crest into Boulderberg. Big power slide there by Dylan. This is going to allow Ross to get extremely close. Ross moves himself to the inside as they head up to Jackie Eck. Dylan will take the outside line. Ross will go, is now on the outside line. Dylan gets the faster drive out of that corner. Now it's a drag race to turn number 1. Whoa, they nearly touch. Ross has a little look on the inside. Ross goes in, but Dylan, he holds his line. He goes wider, gets a much faster drive, and he's now on the inside. Ross has to back off, allowing Dylan to get that line once again. Dylan retains his lead. Through Canalboch they go. Oh, a little power slide there by Ross as they go into Lucien Bianchi. Towards Clan Chicane. Well, we see Jakes in the background. He's now starting to make progress on these two while they're fighting it out. Oh, big bites of the curb there for Dylan. That's allowed Ross to get even closer to that rear bumper. Big lock up there by Dylan as he goes into Villeneuve Chicane. Oh, Dylan's made a hash of that, but he's still on the inside. He's able to hold Ross away. Ross will have a look around the outside now. Over the crest, setting themselves like for Boulderberg. Oh, big power slide again by Dylan. Jake's getting ever so closer. Onto the brakes. We'll get that power on as we start approaching another back mark. Oh, big power slide there by Ross. Luckily Dylan, he also ran wide. Ross moves to the outside. Dylan blocks him in there, not going to give him any bit of room. Ross tries to go around the outside, but Dylan is faster on the inside line. Big power slide again by Ross. Amazing set of racing here by these drivers. Here we chase Jake's end of lap number 19, first, second and third. Ross has had a huge power slide coming into Zolder. Jakes will have enough traction to take that pass, leave Ross hanging there as they set themselves up for Jackie Ick. Dylan still in first place, Jakes is in second, Ross now down to third place. Past the line they go to begin a lap number 20. Into the first corner they go. Into Sterrenbach. Dylan leads them as they go through Kanalbach. Jakes goes to Lucien Bianchi, takes a little bit of that curb, but he seems to have got away with that, because normally that car is very unsettled as you hit that curve. Into Klein Chicane. Whoa, all four wheels lifting off the ground there for Jakes as they go over that little crest. Into the Villeneuve chicane. Dylan leads. Oh no! Absolute disaster for Dylan. You can see now he's gone into the corner, the wheel is turning, then all of a sudden menu error, and that just puts Dylan straight into the wall without any control. So Jakes now leads, Ross is second, Dylan is stuck up against the wall, Marius fourth, Bruno fifth, Andrew sixth, Jacques is in seventh, Ash is eighth, Hamid is ninth, Duppy is in 10th, D is in 11th, and unfortunately we've had 4 disconnections. So unfortunately we had a bit of a recording error, but Jakes will cross the line in first place, Ross will finish second, Marius third, Bruno fourth, Andrew a respectable fifth, Jacques will cross the line in sixth, Dylan a disappointing seventh, Ash will finish eighth, Duppy will finish ninth, Hamid 10th, and D 11th. So I hope you enjoyed that round number 5. It was very interesting to see how the season pans out. If you liked the video, give us a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, yos.